Bienvenidos, Fright fans. Welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Jaime Fuego.
I'm Cecil Laird.
And we are here to wrap up our coverage of the International Horror Sci-Fi Film Festival as part of the Phoenix Film Festival. Big thanks to Jason Carney and Monty Yazzie, who are the festival directors of each of those respectively, and Patrick from Allied. This is an Adam Brody starring vehicle along with the main crew called Isabelle.
Isabelle.
Yeah, and it's really an interesting rumination on just grief and loss and how people handle things, and then there's also like a creepy girl next door kind of thing going on.
So, you could say that
a little bit, but it really, for me, it's just about the postpartum aspect of losing a child. It's shown in the trailer. It happens right away. Amanda Crew's character.
I'm glad I didn't see the trailer because I didn't know that's where it was going to happen.
Yeah, it says in the synopsis as well. So they lose
I didn't read that either.
Yeah. So you went in blind just knowing that you liked Adam Brody. I know you watched him since.
I didn't even remember
right?
that he was a part of it, so I just went in blind. Period.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, they're this young. I guess. Overall impressions, as we always should do.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, overall impressions. While there were things done that have been done before, I actually appreciated this movie. I liked how they did it. I thought that it was accomplished for what it was trying to do. Again, it's just kind of a twist on something we've seen numerous times before. But I liked how it was executed, and I thought the villain was creepy, and I actually particularly liked something that we'll talk about during the effects. So yeah, overall I enjoyed it. I don't know that I enjoyed the ending of it, though.
Yeah, the ending, I thought the ending was kind of a cop-out, personally. Yeah, without spoiling anything. But, yeah, I thought it was decent enough. I felt like this survived on the strength of its performances more so than anything else, because I didn't feel like once we started to get the nature of the evil involved, like it was really that fresh or interesting or anything. But the chemistry between the couple, between Amanda Crew and Adam Brody, I thought was really genuine, very solid, and her performance even more so than his, because she's the one who loses a child, and just seeing all the different stages of her dealing with the grief and the sadness from this, and just there's one scene in particular where he's like, I've lost people too, or whatever, just trying to say how he understands, and she's like, there's no way you could understand. And yeah, a man could not understand that. You had something growing in your body for 9 months, and then it's just gone. It's really sad, honestly. I mean, and then it shifts gears into kind of a different movie as we get into the second and the third act. But nonetheless, I felt like performances saved this movie for me from just being okay. So
yeah, the story itself was, again, that's the kind of thing that was sort of just okay. But yeah, the performances are what elevated it. I'm a big fan of Adam Brody, and I can't remember what else Amanda Crew has been in, but I felt like I'd seen her before.
Yeah, she looks totally familiar. I didn't scan her IMDb before this, but I recognized her name and her face. So she's been in various things.
She's very good. I'm so curious now because I swear it might be like a teen show or something. So
I think maybe something on the CW. Or
well,
maybe,
not that necessarily,
MTV.
But like in the same way that Leslie Bibb was on Popular, like this one. So let me just check real quick. But while I'm checking, before I go,
I can mention the story. Yeah. So essentially, you've got this really, really great-looking young couple, and they are moving into a new home, and they're about to have a child, and you can feel the love, you can feel how ready they think they are, and yet Brody's character's father says at one particular point, he's like, everything is going to change, and you are so not ready, But
oh, that's where I know her from.
What's that?
Okay, she plays the main liaison to the company in Silicon Valley.
Oh.
So she's the go-between between Thomas Middleditch's character and the people that are trying to pay for Pied Piper. That's why. Okay, that's definitely her.
So yeah, but
she's
been
in
ready.
A bunch of other things too, though. Sorry.
Nice, yeah, but they're ready for this child, and she, goes into labor, but she goes into labor very suddenly after one particular encounter with a neighbor. And it looks bad from the get-go, and you definitely get the vibe that things are not going to end very well. And of course they don't. And I'm trying to remember, she dies for a moment and they revive her, right?
Yeah, that's why I was like, it was the same sort of premise as the last thing we talked about. Yeah,
in not Sinister Cinema, Nightmare Cinema.
Nightmare Cinema. Yeah, it's so yeah, because she was dead, now she's attuned to something else and can see things, and And so but it's the daughter next door that's the most unnerving thing, because she just stares into their house from her window.
Yeah.
And she's like someone that's suffered from spina bifida, and so she's all kind of twisted up and mangled in a wheelchair. But she still like stares with this creepy smile, and
yeah, ominous foreboding.
and so while the mom is home recuperating, she is just being taunted by this girl staring at her, and she tries to do some research and finds out that the father of the girl basically gave her to the devil at one point, and so there's something off with her, and the girl, there's a supernatural aspect to the story that really kicks off pretty hardcore, and
about halfway through.
Yeah, and it just escalates and escalates until the final confrontation towards the end, which I liked part of how it ended, but you know, it was a little easy too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. It was what it was building towards, and I was appreciative of it. So.
Yeah. I honestly, once the supernatural elements started coming into place, I felt like it got a lot tropier than I was wanting it to be, and that it didn't feel just as genuine or interesting to me. I don't know. I was more intrigued by where they were dealing with the grief and stuff, as opposed to what the film. It turns into a very different film in the second half, and. Yeah, the ending, like where things are kind of resolved to a degree. That's what I had a problem with. I felt it was kind of safe, but I don't know. We can't spoil anything, so there's not much else. But you know, segueing in the performances, you know, our two leads are great. I don't know the name of the actress who played Isabelle, but Zoe something. But yeah, she was creepy.
Absolutely,
she was, and the way that they made her up and stuff, and her mother was just adequately strange and everything as well, eccentric and just weird and whatnot. But it's really our two leads that it's much more so Amanda Crew's movie, I feel like, than it is Adam Brody's movie. But they're both really good, and they had solid chemistry, and even some of those scenes of arguing where he's just like giving her ultimatums and stuff, where he's like, if you keep acting like this, you know, she's like, or what?
And like, I don't know how much more I can take, you know.
Yeah, it's like you
strains the relationship.
Yeah, big time, and you see just a relationship that's falling apart in the aftermath, and I thought those scenes were really, really strong, and so yeah, that's what I'll say about that. So.
All right, so
effects? Since
effects.
I know you said you wanted to talk about
because
some stuff.
there are some paranormal aspects to this. So there's some disappearing acts and some appearing where they shouldn't act and things like that. But one of the constants was the eyes of the baddie. They did this red eye effect that was not. It was kind of unlike any red eye effect I had seen in movies past. It wasn't as simple as just the corneas turning red. You know, it was a weird thing where like the whole sets of eyes looked like they were almost not in flame, but like Superman about to fire his laser vision. Like
good call. Or like the Brightburn trailer,
right?
With the weird creepy kid.
Right, but it looked super evil, and I thought it was a tremendous effect every time they used it. So I think I have a portion of it in the thumbnail of this to if you want to see what that was like.
Nice. Yeah. So that was good, and I mean it's a well shot movie. You know, I like their house and their neighborhood and stuff, because it is pretty much contained to those two different houses, except for a couple hospital scenes and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, good looking movie, very well acted film. Music didn't really particularly stick out in my estimation. It didn't have like a memorable score or anything of that nature. But yeah, I guess I'll just double down on the fact that I was the most impressed with the performances in this, and not as much with kind of the familiar storytelling here. So
the cinematography was okay too. I mean, I appreciated how it was shot. It was actually pretty accomplished when the way it was shot, because again, after a whole festival of sort of mediocre looking movies, not all of them, but some of them are kind of mid-tier looking.
Festivals.
This one felt of a higher quality.
Yeah, definitely more accomplished gloss to it. I guess you could say, and it also set up some of the scare beats. There's a little bit of jump scare and stuff going down, obviously, which I think is completely unavoidable when dealing with subject matter of this sort, and especially with appearances when they're not supposed to be there and things of that nature, which we get a lot of. But the tension was built well with the shot selections and the way that so much of those beats were framed up, I guess. So So yeah, I mean, it was good. It didn't wow me or anything, but I found the performances memorable. So I'll just leave it at that.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
yeah.
I think that's a fair place to leave it. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and that's like you said, that's gonna wrap up all the reviews from the Phoenix Film Festival and the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival from 2019.
Whew,
We're trying to decide if we want to do like a best and worst 3 movies or something. If so, we'll maybe record that on another day because we're spent, y'all. We got over like 18 or 19 reviews out of this thing overall. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, Jaime and Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.